The first flowers that bloom in spring are precious symbols of the end of winter. Your garden should not only include spring delights, but also create visual interest and extend the spring flowering season. You can do this by selecting plants that offer diversity, a variety of bloom times, bloom colors, foliage types, flower shapes, and heights. Here are 10 great plants recommended for early spring blooms, ranging from wraparound ground cover to towering trees. Number 1. Creeping Phlox. This early bloomer, March to May, is a good ground-hugging, massing ground cover for slopes and rock gardens. Plants rarely grow more than 6 inches tall and spread up to 2 feet wide. Phlox sometimes reblooms when cut after the first few blooms have faded. Number 2. Common Periwinkle. Like creeping phlox, common periwinkle is a creeping ground cover, but this vining plant blooms somewhat later, from May to June. Plants grow no more than 6 inches tall with an 18-inch spread, with blooms that are a vibrant lavender blue or white. Periwinkle makes a good cover plant for spring bulbs, which typically have faded by the time periwinkle blooms. Periwinkle can be somewhat invasive in some areas, but it is not particularly difficult to remove. Number 3. Winter Jasmine. Most spring-blooming gardens can make use of a versatile climber, and winter jasmine fits the bill nicely. The flower buds of Jasminum Nudiflorum are yellow and red, but reveal pure yellow flowers when they open in March and April. Provided with a sturdy structure, winter jasmine can climb up to 15 feet. Otherwise, it will sprawl along the ground. Wherever the branches make contact with the soil, they'll root, which is handy if you want the plant to serve as a ground cover. If spreading doesn't fit into your landscape plan, keep the plant pruned back. Number 4. Amur Adonis. A member of the Ranunculaceae or buttercup family, Amur Adonis is a perennial species that grows no more than 1 foot tall and is among the first flowers to bloom in spring. Several named cultivars are available, offering different shades of pale yellow, bright yellow, or deep yellow-orange. It flowers very early, from February to March, depending on location. Number 5. Winter Aconite. Another member of the Ranunculaceae family, winter aconite is a bulb that blooms in early spring, March or April, sometimes emerging through snow cover. It grows only 3 to 6 inches tall with a similar spread. It is ideal for massing in front of shrubs or for naturalizing in woodland gardens. Number 6. Virginia Bluebell. Virginia Bluebell or Mertensia Virginica grows up to 2 feet tall, blooming in March and April. It is an ideal woodland plant for shady locations, but the foliage will die back and vanish by midsummer. It is best planted in conjunction with summer shade plants, such as hostas or ferns, which will cover space as the bluebells die back. Number 7. Dutchman's Breeches. Ideal for shady gardens, Dutchman's Breeches has white to pinkish blooms and grows 6 to 12 inches tall and wide. The pantaloon-shaped blooms generally appear in March. This plant has feathery foliage that is similar to that of bleeding heart, to which it is related. Like Virginia Bluebell, this plant is best suited for woodland gardens where other plants can offer cover when the plant dies back in summer. Number 8. Forsythia. When its cheerful yellow flowers grace the arching branches of Forsythia Intermedia, we know winter has fully retired for another year. The Sunrise cultivar of this shrub stays more compact than many other types, reaching 4 to 6 feet in height, with a spread of 3 to 5 feet. Forsythia is best used when grouped in shrub borders, but can also be a good hedge shrub. These plants can grow somewhat rampantly and might require occasional rejuvenation pruning. The general rule of thumb is that Forsythia starts to bloom when the soil temperature reaches 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 9. Dwarf Flowering Almond. Prunus glandulosa is a dwarf version of flowering almond, a shrub that matures at about 3 to 5 feet tall with a similar spread. As is true of many spring flowering shrubs, the flowers precede the foliage. The pink flowers generally appear in April. Don't confuse flowering almond with the plant that bears almond nuts. Flowering almond is a good choice for shrub borders and woodland gardens. Number 10. Snowdrops. Galanthus nivalis is almost synonymous with the earliest flowers to bloom in spring, appearing in February, often through snow cover. A short perennial bulb plant, 3 to 6 inches, it will naturalize over time and spread to fill in an area. But its white flowers are small, so for the best impact, plant them in masses or drifts in areas where they can be allowed to naturalize. Well, that's all for today's video, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button for supports our channel. Also, you can turn on the notification bell for latest videos from us. Well, see you in the next interesting topics.